Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Y'all, I just have something that, every once in a while you find something really cool and you're just so dang excited about it that you just have to share it, right? So, y'all know that in addition to my quilting and stuff, we last year moved into this house that you see here, right? It's almost been a whole year, almost. And since we moved here, there were many reasons why we wanted to move from our previous house. It was a gorgeous house. We loved it. But we really wanted to move to a place where we could do all kinds of stuff, right? We'd have my parents close by and they'd have their own, house and we'd have ours. We would have some land where we could do a decent sized garden. We could have some fruit trees and grow all kinds of stuff out there, right? We could have chickens and we could have roosters and we could hatch our own baby chickens, which we've recently done, and I've shared that with y'all, right? There were so many reasons why we wanted to move to this house, and we are so just loving it, right? And since we've lived here, I've learned how to do all kinds of stuff, y'all. I've shared some of it with you, like I've learned how to make bread and cinnamon bread and cinnamon rolls. I've started canning, and I make my own pie crust now. It's delicious. I love it. I've started making pasta, but I've also started foraging some things that just grow in nature that are just so good for us, right? So in my journey of wanting to do that, I wanted to find a drying rack. Like, I really want a dehydrator, but what if we didn't have power, right? I wanted a drying rack that I could dry out my pasta and herbs when we grow them and all kinds of stuff, right? And so I was on the Amazon, like we all do, right, searching for a drying rack. And y'all, this thing was so funny. You know how it's so hard to tell the size of something, even though they give you the little tiny measurements in the pictures on Amazon, right? And you're thinking, okay, well, that'll do. That looks like that should work fine for what I want to do, right? So I ordered this drying rack. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 shelves high. And it hangs, right? I said, that'll be perfect. And then it came and I was so excited. I was like, yes, I'm going to start drying out all my stuff. And when I opened up the bag, this is the size, this is the little zippered case that it was in, right? Look how flat that is. And I don't even know that that's 12 inches, right? And I was like, aw, I don't think that that's as big as what I thought it was going to be. I guess that'll work fine for, I guess, what I'm doing. And I didn't even pay attention to the little warning sign that's in red on the other side. I was just too excited. Y'all, when I opened this thing up, it had a little Velcro strap on it. And when I pulled that Velcro strap, it just plunged all the way down to the floor. And these great big circle racks opened up. And I was like, holy cow. Now it went from being, I think that this is too small, to this humongous thing. And I was like, well, we actually got it was actually really funny. I was like, that's a little overkill. But now that I've been using it, I really don't think it is. Do you want to see it? Do you want to see what I'm doing? Let me put this over here. I'm going to flip this camera over. And I just want you to see. Look at this thing. It goes from all the way up there. We just have it hanging on a little thing up there, right? And it goes all the way down to there. Isn't that humongous? Do you want to see some of the stuff I'm drying out? The reason I'm making this video, even though it's not like a filming day, so like I haven't done my hair, got dressed up, or no makeup on, but I'm getting ready to take the purple dead nettle out of this drying rack. But I wanted, before I do that, let's go ahead and show you this drying rack because it's just so darn cool. I'm going to hopefully not bump the camera. So yesterday, I picked some dandelion heads, right? And so these aren't completely dry yet. These will have to stay on the shelf a little bit longer. See that? So with those, I'm going to make some tea, right? But they'll be all dried out and I can store them in a jar. And then, let me put that back. I have 3 shelves of purple dead nettle. And if you've never researched purple dead nettle, I'm trying to find a pretty one to show you. Of course, it's all dried out, but if you've never researched purple dead nettle, this has so many good things for your body. And you can find this right out in your yard, right? Of course, we don't treat our lawn because we have bees now. We just got bees like a week ago. But yeah, search up purple dead nettle. I'm going to make a tincture with these. These are completely dry. So this afternoon, I'm going to jar these up and probably soak them in some vodka, right? Sorry, the camera's a little fussy. There you go. So I have 3 shelves of those. But what I'm most excited about, wait till you see this. And I'm going to change the camera for just a second. Here we go. Because I want you to see this. Ta-da! Homemade pasta drying out on my rack. This is the main reason why I got it, to be honest with you. But it has so many other good uses for the racks, right? I made some homemade egg pasta into long tubes. Actually, I have a couple short ones with the little scraps. But I thought, how fun would it be to have these long tubes of pasta? It would be fantastic with like some Alfredo sauce, right? Look at these tubes. Now these are completely hard. They've been drying for, well, since day before yesterday, but I'm going to let them go until tomorrow just to make sure they're completely dry. Look at that. Perfect for sauce right inside that. It's completely hard. Now, my understanding is that dried egg pasta, homemade, is good for 2 to 4 months on the shelf if you've completely dried it out, right? And even though we have some room in the freezer, and you can refrigerate fresh pasta for like a day, right? You can freeze it for months. I really wanted it to be shelf stable because how convenient would it be? You know, you just treat it like a store-bought box of pasta, right? Except you've made it. So the pasta's up there, right? But on a busy day, I can just pop open a container and boil up fresh made pasta, which let me just tell you, since we've been making pasta, there is nothing better than a homemade pasta dish. I made homemade lasagna night before last. I will never ever buy store-bought lasagna pasta anymore. It was just, it blew my mind. It was just amazing. So I just want to just back up from this. I'm going to shake you up just so you can see again the full scale of this drying rack. And I really like it because it's all mesh, right? So it's getting lots and lots of circulation and air. The little shelves are mesh too, what everything is sitting on. And it's got the little zippered openings. So hopefully it'll keep the buggies out. We'll see. But look how big that thing is. You should have seen my face when I opened up the zippered pouch and it just completely opened itself up. It was just so comical. It was so funny. But yep, so there we go. Now I can jar up my purple dead nettle. Don't mind my messy kitchen, y'all. There we go. But I just had to share this with you because I just thought it was so cool. And we are having so much fun learning all these different things. Like, I hope that this inspires you to just take a walk outside if it's nice and sunny, get some fresh air, get some sunshine. See if you don't have some purple dead nettle that you can dry out, right? Or some dandelions. There's all kinds of other stuff that's out there that's really good for you too. So do a couple little Google searches and see all the benefits of this stuff. And if you haven't ever made homemade egg pasta, look up some videos on YouTube and have fun with it. Oh my gosh, it's like a game changer. Okay, y'all, I just had to share my little rack because sharing is caring, right? Okay, y'all, I'm going to go back to work like I should be doing, and I will see y'all on Friday. Bye.